This is PJNET.TV, and this is my perspective and comments. In this video segment of My Perspective and Comments, we cover politics, society here and abroad, and the events of the day that are shaping our nation. PJNET.TV, My Perspective and Comment, coming to you with a worldview, one nation under God. Welcome to My Perspective and Comments. And I just want to come out right now, first things first, with a COVID update. And a lot of moving parts that have been taking place over this last week or so. And I want to start out with there seems to be a change in messaging. We're starting to hear the Faucis of the world and the FDA and other so-called medical experts are starting to talk about the effectiveness of these cloth masks. And we've, late to the game are they? And when you talk about what YouTube has been doing in talking about misinformation, I wonder if they're going to cancel out Fauci for talking about the effectiveness and usefulness of cloth masks. And now what they're trying to do is change the messaging a bit now regarding the N95. Now, what I want to pose to you, they were wrong. Fauci was spouting about the need for these cloth masks, and now he's telling a different tune. And Zelensky, also FDA director, is now on that same pathway. So now they want to bring on the American people and put on your kids going to school N95. Now let's see here. They were wrong almost 2 years ago regarding the cloth masks. Now they want to switch it up and have you put these respirators over your kids. Now let's see. Are the American parents going to go along with that? Are they just blindly going along with the inconsistencies, the double talk, the changing of the narrative? What was right 2 years ago is wrong now. So are we going to trust these political doctors, or should we maybe listen to some other voices who have been out in the front lines 2 years ago treating patients, actually treating patients, and using their medical experience to help patients? Maybe it's time to start listening to other voices, real medical voices that have the patient in mind, and not Pfizer or Moderna, and who's paying the bills right now, it seems, and controlling what can be said and what can't be said. And joining forces with the YouTubes and other social media platforms, or, well, we know they're not a platform, but they say they are. In labeling anybody that disagrees with the herd, that says you've got to vaccine up and mask up, and we're going to come after your kids right from birth and give them a shot of a vaccine. And why there have been American people have not truly, and it's coming out every day, we're hearing stories of the VARs, that website that's recording the adverse reactions and some of the issues surrounding these COVID-19 vaccines and what's been going on, and the numbers are rising in the VAERS reporting. And if the American people really were informed, would they still have been offering up their kids to get the jab? A lot that the American people have not been informed, so that they can make a more logical and informed choice how they want to proceed in inoculating their family and the children. If they saw some of the reports that are coming out now, they would have a lot more questions and hesitancy regarding this. But that's not what the media and these big tech platforms wanted. They didn't want the information. They wanted one narrative. Take the jab and wear a mask, and that's it. That's all they wanted to push. And anyone else that said something different, bounce. You're off. Silence them. Nope, you can't say that. And that's what's been going on over the last 2 years. But now we see these so-called experts that have been blessed by YouTube to be able to talk to the American people. Oh, now the story changes and YouTube's got nothing to say about it. So, yeah, again, there is a different messaging going on, and I think a lot of it is being pushed in the United States, the messaging changes, because the European countries are saying, yeah, we're done, no more masks, no more mandates, and we saw that in the UK, and I believe Denmark's doing the same thing. So, and there are more countries already that are talking about lifting all the mandates. So there is that's been taking place. There are more and more states that are also, when it comes to the mandates, they're also taking these tyranny powers away from the state governors, like Kathy Hochul right now. There was a federal judge that struck down her mandate, and then she went around to another court, and they said, no, we're going to put that back on, but it's in the courts right now, and a lot of other states have slapped the governor's hand and said, no more. You don't have state of emergency powers anymore. It goes back to the legislature, and they're the ones that will be making that decision. So, again, more and more states are in the United States are pulling the state of emergency clauses, which gave these governors the power to wield tyranny against their residents. I'd like to talk right now what this past week, in fact, this past weekend, we've had protests regarding the vaccines and the mask mandates here in the United States. But right now, I want us to focus on Canada. This past week, the Canadian truckers were heard, and they were supported by fellow Canadians that were supporting them. The Canada Trudeau, their prime minister or whatever he is, leader there in Canada, is now wanting to push the mandates. Truckers can't come across the border into the United States unless they get the jab. And a good majority of the truckers are saying, nope, not going to happen. We're not doing it. Time to get Canada back in the land of freedom for their people. And now we're really seeing them push back. And hey, if Canada doesn't want any food on their shelves, then Go right ahead. Keep pushing, Trudeau. So here, we've got 2 or 3 clips that showing these truckers and the Canadians that have been supporting them coming out and protesting. And I believe that they were gathering and heading towards Ottawa to end their to culminate right there in Ottawa their protest. So here we've got a few 3 clips here for you to take a look at the Canadians rising up and uniting against these mandates coming from the government. Here, take a look.